Oh, okay, so I was just doing a bit of clearing there to get some of the bush out of the way where I'm going to build, but you don't want to clear too much because any camouflage you can have around the teepee is a good thing. I cleared some rocks out of the way, and you can see right there I put them there. That's where I'll have my fire pit, my outside fire pit. There will be a fire pit inside the teepee also. Just a small fire inside in the middle of the teepee for cooking and maybe warmth if it gets that cold. Right now I can't see it getting cold for the next year the way it's been this summer. Just brutally hot. I've never seen anything like it since I come up here. Anyways, yeah, we had a really long winter, got 2 weeks of spring, and then we got right into the hot stuff, and it hasn't stopped since. But I see that next week the temperatures are supposed to go down, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to get cool, because the big story this year has not been necessarily the heat, but the humidity, and that creates more heat. The temperatures haven't been the big story this year, the humidity has. So if it continues to stay humid and the temperatures drop next week like they say they're supposed to, then it'll be still hot. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I guess it's got to get cool sometime before winter, right? Well, unless we're heading into another tropical age. And we have been in tropical ages before, but they don't usually happen in a year or two. It usually takes thousands of years for those things to happen. And of course, you know, people are going to be crying climate change and global warming, but, you know, this is a lot of horseshit as far as I'm concerned. Just a lot of brainwashing horseshit. The climate, well, for one thing, the climate's always changing anyways, no matter what. But we already know that there's been ice ages and there's been tropical periods over many, many hundreds of thousands of years. So, you know, it's nothing out of the ordinary, let's say, over the long term. But I don't have to like it. I don't have to like that it's so hot, and I don't. But it's just natural. It's natural progression of things. So, yeah, I'm just, next thing I got to do is cut down some tall trees, maybe 3, so I can get a tripod up there and mark the spot for the teepee. And I don't know, I may come back and put, I think that's all I'll do today. If I get that much done, I'll be happy because of the heat. But I may just put that up today, and I may come back if it gets cooler next week and put some more on it. And I'll probably leave the skeleton standing there for a while, see if anybody messes with it. But this is a fairly remote area here, and you know, there was no sign of anybody being here before I came in. So, like if I saw a fire pit like that, or if I saw tin cans, stuff like that, water bottles around, then I'd say, well, maybe this is not the best spot. But there was none of that kind of stuff. It looked like it was just pristine wilderness. Nobody's ever been here. So that's why I chose this spot. It's one of the reasons. There's a lot of reasons, a lot of criteria for, you know, where I want to put a wilderness teepee. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to see if I can get 3 tall poles standing up there, tie them together at the top, and see if I can get that done.